All right, 3 questions on a What If Wednesday. John, what do you got on the rundown? Good morning.
All right. What if media covered how out of control illegal immigration was, leading to more sex workers?
Well, then they would be covering this story that I stumbled upon last night, and that is how a huge new red light district has erupted in New York City and has been fueled by the arrival of migrant Venezuelan prostitutes. Says here, sex workers are often seen on Roosevelt Avenue in Queens, New York. And the mayor of New York is saying it's one of the visible signs of the illegal immigration crisis that he says could destroy the city. Oh, really? You don't say.
Talk about a bombshell.
This should be nationwide, coast to coast, every media outlet talking about this. That you have a new red light district that has popped up in New York City, and it's being driven by illegal immigration, specifically from Venezuela. And they've got pictures here on the Daily Mail of, women just waltzing up and down, by the way, broad daylight, rolling up and down the street, trying to find their next John and just doing their thing. And the other problem, of course, is that so many of these cities, they don't prosecute any of this stuff anymore, right? They slap you on the wrist. So you've got this perfect storm of people coming here, no job, looking for work, and then you have a city and prosecutors' offices who are kind of just like, all right, let's not really go after any criminals. So it's a terrible situation. It says here, prostitution is considered a Class B misdemeanor in New York, punishable by up to 3 months in jail or up to a $500 fine. Patronizing a prostitute is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in prison and or a $1,000 fine. Well, no one's going to prison for a year in New York for this, I guarantee you. And a $1,000 fine, I mean, some might say that's the cost of doing business. So I don't see what the deterrents are here. And that's what makes this very, very concerning. And I wish this story would get some more national attention. What do you got for me?
You make them join the union, maybe. Right? Okay, another question here. What if Loch Lloyd gets annexed by Kansas City?
Oh, man, there is going to be uproar out in Loch Lloyd. We'll hit this again next hour. I started the show with this, but Matt Fleener, KMBC, had a great report about how Mayor Quinton Lucas basically is he sent a letter to Cass County saying, if you guys want 160 acres near this proposed landfill in South KC that's caused a lot of drama in that part of our region, why don't we annex Loch Lloyd? Now, I don't know how that would work because Loch Lloyd is its own village. It has been for 20 years now. But if I'm a Loch Lloyd resident and Quinton Lucas is trying to annex me, I am at the steps of City Hall today. I am screaming bloody murder on the steps of City Hall saying, don't you touch this community. And how convenient. I'll give you land nobody wants around a proposed landfill, and you give me one of the most prestigious communities with an incredible golf course in return. It's like trading Patrick Mahomes,
Gardner
Minshew. There you go. I was trying to find somebody. I was going to say Baker Mayfield. My head was racking.
Yeah, Baker can win a game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Gardner Minshew. There you go. That works out pretty well. It's like, no. So just know that, and I don't think the mayor wanted this out there, by the way, but know that this is now a proposal that the mayor has offered up Cass County. Hey, we'll annex Loch Lloyd, and you guys get 160 acres of nonsense land that nobody wants.
You don't get the sale if you don't ask for the buy, right? All right. What if there was a World Series and no one cared?
Well, then you'd be watching the Rangers and the Diamondbacks right now. Have you seen these ratings for the World Series? We told you about Game 1 being the lowest rated Game 1 ever in World Series history. Well, it's only gotten worse. Game 2 of Diamondbacks Rangers was the least watched World Series game ever. Less than half of the audience for Rams and Cowboys on Sunday night. That is awful. Now, Fox's telecast, so Game 2 averaged 8.15 million viewers, and then Game 3 on Monday night, which went up against Monday Night Football, that had 8.13 million viewers. These are terrible numbers. The previous low was 8.16 between the Dodgers and the Rays back in 2020 when they had that dopey COVID World Series. They played like 50 games and then called someone World Series champs. These are terrible numbers.
I think we've come full circle since I was younger. I liked when the games were in the daytime and the shop teacher would say, hey, we're going to watch the game in here today, right? I think more people would be interested now if they could miss work to watch the game. That would be the excuse. Oh, I'm going to the ball game.
So maybe you're saying
the old idea was, hey, let's put the games at night, more people can see them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think more people now are more interested in getting out of work and would go to the day games, creating a little more interest, I think.
NCAA tournament first weekend.
Yeah, great day. Right?
Great day action.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to work.
Yeah.
I think that you're onto something there, John.
Yeah, I think we've come full circle.
You're also bringing up my pet peeve of starting these games at 7 or 8 o'clock at night to appease the West Coast, which doesn't even care about sports, but that's a totally separate topic. So well done. There's What If Wednesday, 3 questions. We do it every Wednesday at this time as we approach 9 o'clock.